Hey everyone,
Hey, hey, hey.
welcome to the KnightWrath discussion stream with me, the
Yes,
writer. I'm the writer, Daniel Kalban, and he's
I
he's
know.
what is that?
I
Yeah.
know. I know. This guy.
And Gabe Santos, known as Eskimo, who's our artist extraordinaire.
What's up? What's up? So, yeah, Daniel. So, I think they should get to know us first a little bit. So, like, why don't you want to tell us about what you've done before, what you're
Right?
known for?
I'm known for American Dreams, which is a steampunk-esque superhero story that takes place in 1900s New York. So we go to an age where a Jewish immigrant gains superpowers from a Thomas Edison experiment gone horribly wrong and has to figure out what to do with his life as a result. And we did the first full arc completed last year, and volume one's coming out this summer. Hopefully, knock on wood.
Hey, there we go. There we
And
go.
you,
That's awesome. So, for those that don't know, my name is Gabriel. I go by Eskimo on social media. Um, I've done a couple books with Advent Comics, some that haven't been released yet. I've done a couple books here and there with Aerith, or one book. And not really. I just kind of like, I'm just a social media person. I don't know. I just post a lot of art. Currently working on KnightWrath and a secret book with Adam Lawson. And yeah, that's what's up. What's up, chat? How you guys doing? I have it popped up in another screen. I see you,
and
Padre.
if you want to, and this is the Kickstarter link if you want to, get it. You haven't
Yes,
gone to
yes.
it yet,
Yo,
or you
guys.
just
Sorry, go ahead.
you could just look in Night Wrath in Kickstarter search. It's the first one. And hey, it's Milton.
Milton, what's up, man? Nah, I just wanted to thank everyone, man. We've gotten some insane support. We were just talking about it. Like we just hit $6,000, which is insane. And Daniel was saying that we got the highest number of backers. Was it
I've
that you
had a
said?
Kickstarter. I've had a Kickstarter so
Yeah.
far.
So that's huge, man. I'm in shock, and we're only like what 5 days in. I'm horrible.
5 days in, yeah, because it was on Tuesday, my birthday. So yeah,
It's insane. Happy late birthday, early birthday. You said did it
related.
pass? I'm
Yeah, it was
horrible.
Tuesday. It was
Happy
Tuesday.
happy late birthday. That's crazy. But yeah, man, I'm so excited to talk about KnightWrath. I guess we can talk about how we came up with the idea and a little bit more about the character in the world.
Yep.
What do you think?
So I basically reached out to Gabe first. I saw it, like, you know what? I really want to work with this guy. He has great art. I forget where I first saw it. Either it was like something on DeviantArt or Twitter or combination thereof, because it was definitely before DeviantArt did one of their more recent user interface fixes, which just made me go, nope, can't do this anymore. It was like it just made things more complex and less
Yeah.
simple, easier to do. And I reached out to you, and then basically we started a dialogue of what you wanted to do, what I wanted to do, and figure out where in the middle to meet.
Yeah, I don't even remember how it even started. All I knew is that I like drawing monsters, and I was like, we need to do something monster related. And I remember just like sending you ideas of like characters or plot stories, and I just started sending you images of characters that I think would look kind of cool mesh, right?
Right, and you also showed me that picture of the barbarian with the kid on his shoulder, which also
That's
we're
right. Yeah,
playing
that kind of
somewhat
inspired the
into
story.
Night Wrath.
Yeah,
Won't see how yet.
I remember. What's up?
It wasn't even Night Wrath at that point. It was Savage Knight.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. So if you guys look at some of the pages, David Rivera, our inker, he put the title Savage Knight for a lot of his pages, and it still shows in some of the pages that we shared. And I just think that's so funny looking back, because like the name is something that we struggled with. Like we said Savage Knight at first, but it was about it. It's kind of cool, but I don't know why
It's
in my
space.
head.
I think it's the space. It's because it's 2 words versus 1.
Yeah, and so that's I felt like KnightWrath just like it didn't it just felt better. It felt better to say. Like Savage Knight feels like 2 different words, as like KnightWrath it could turn into one. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I always try to like keep them meshed together, because it feels one word to me. But yeah,
Yeah.
and there was I remember there was a huge phase where we were just trying to figure that out. Yeah.
It was a good like day where we were like debating this back and forth on Twitter. It was like this, no, no.
No, yeah.
And
Yeah.
we'll maybe figured it out like relatively quickly, but it was like,
Maybe a weekend. I think is when we changed it to maybe a little later. I don't remember. It was a
It,
while
was,
back.
it happened like after 2 or 3 pages of inks coming in
Yeah,
from
no, you're
David.
right. Yeah, that's so funny looking back. No, yeah. So, should we tell them a little bit about what KnightWrath is, the book, and what they
Right.
should expect?
Yep. So KnightWrath is a 90s influence, though set in the modern day, and dark anti-hero tale. Say here in New York in the modern day, a schmuck by the name of Joe Sutton, I believe we named him Joe Sutton, Joe
I
Stanton.
know his first. I remember his first name
It's
being Joe.
Joe. We'll say Joe. Because I can never remember the last name. I wrote it. Is this skinny, gawky, depressed, unconfident person. And then one day he gets mugged and seemingly killed, but he ends up being experimented on by a bunch of evil mercenaries. And KnightWrath is born, and the mercs soon to regret it.
Yes, yes,
And that's
yes.
all I'm going to say, because you're introduced soon to a lot more characters, such as the police officer, the girl next door, and another character who might end up being the salvation of the character in some weird way. But you
Yeah,
never can
yeah,
tell. It's going to be
yeah. No.
it's down the line, because this is the first issue of a 3-issue arc,
Hmm.
and then we're going to see what goes on from there. And little hint: it's the same universe as American Dreams, so
Yes.
you might want to get that if you're on Kickstarter.
Who knows?
You go to the
Who
Kickstarter.
knows? We might get a cross later on. Who knows? Maybe Liberty will meet KnightWrath. Fingers crossed on that, huh?
I think my artist American Dreams actually has done a concept sketch at some point of that.
Yeah, yeah. No, I
All right,
made
guys.
sure. Uh huh.
If you guys if you want to check out here's
Yeah.
the link again. You'll see it in the chat where it's easily clickable. If not, just go to Kickstarter.com, look up KnightWrath. It's you got one with a big purple monster on it.
Yes, you can't miss it. Oh, that's one thing, man. I remember, like, I don't know what it was that hit me that I really like that color. Like, it's just,
Yeah, it was in your
you
first
know,
concept sketch too. Like you had nailed down from the first
so
concept sketch.
yeah, I remember. So going back to the concept phase, I remember. So I was big. I'm big on video games. There was this game called Marvel's Capcom 2 specifically. Their concept art is just like so, I love it. I love it. It's just pleasing to the eye. And I remember this
Yeah.
one character called Blackheart. He's a Marvel character. I think he's like one of Ghost Rider's villains. I think.
Oh, right, because I remember that from the very bad movie.
Yeah. Oh God, we don't talk about
The movies are terrible. The second one's
Yeah.
even worse, but the first one's slightly redeemable. The second one,
I didn't watch the second one.
I saw them in theaters. I saw them in theaters
Oh
when I was either in high school or college. So it's like
man.
it's a superhero film. How bad can it be? And then Nicolas Cage just hams it up.
Yikes! Thank goodness that's over. But
It's like the first one, not so bad. Has a great supporting cast, which makes it seem a little bit. Second film, not so much.
that's crazy. We might see him
And
later
Blackheart,
on.
if I recall, is the villain of the first film.
Yeah. So yeah, I remember seeing that image though, and I was like, you know what? I like that color because I think he's supposed to be like Venom's color, but because of like to give it like shading, they use a little bit of blue and purple, and I love that. So I really want to implement that into our character, and so I did a little concept art and made him a little bit purple. I'm not a colorist, so like my purple was like kind of weird. Passed
There's
it
not
off.
enough characters, heroic or villains, to have a purple primary. Like
Mhm.
there are villains with purple elements to their suits, but it's usually a contrast to a green
Yep,
because of color theory.
exactly, like Joker.
Or Green Goblin.
Yeah, that's right. And I remember we passed it off to Chris Sotomayor, the cover, and he went all out. He made it official, the character and the color and how it works, especially with like the orange glow coming out of like his chest. And what's funny is that Daniel, I don't know if you remember, but we were looking into like collaborating with a publisher, who we won't name, but I remember them saying like, oh, we like your character, but we're gonna have to change the colors because it's too feminine and people aren't gonna like it. And I was like, I don't know about that. I'm glad we stuck with our guns and kept it purple because like it's different. You don't see that color around on superheroes like you said. I mean,
and it pops. It really does pop, especially with Daniel ERM's colors on the interior.
Oh my gosh, yes. If you guys don't know Daniel, I don't even know how to properly say his name. I call him Daniel Erm.
That's what I say too.
that's
Because
why
I
I
don't
really,
know, 'cause I don't know that's his real name, full name, or
yes,
whatnot. 'Cause he's from Warsaw, so he'd
his
be
colors
so,
are beautiful though. Like he, like I went all out with my pencils. I try to like, make it as explosive as possible with the storytelling. And Daniel just took everything and just made it. Daniel Arm took
yeah.
everything and made it like so much more vibrant and just fun to look at. And I'm just so excited. But yeah, and
Yeah, he just sent us the final page. That's the last page of the book. He still has like 4 interior pages still to cover, still
yeah,
to color, and it was just like, whoa.
I know. I always get excited when I see the next page. It's like, oh my god, it gets better every time.
Yeah, I think he says he wants to. He says if he has time, which I don't think he'll have, unfortunately, maybe we'll do it for the trade. He has to we might have to we might do some colors for the trade, but he said he wanted to go back and do a couple tweaks.
But
But
I mean,
yeah, but now
sure.
so because we're lettering and coloring at the same time, so we might not have because we want to get this book out to backers by June.
June, yes.
Yeah, if possible, because basically, guys, if you don't know, Kickstarter. The Kickstarter ends on April 14th, but I don't even get the cash in my account for another 2 weeks afterwards.
That's
At
right.
which point the file will be hopefully we'll have everything prepped and ready to go. I have my friend Andy Shaggy Cordy, he's also my editor on a couple projects, is going to be our production manager, and he's going to complete the comic. And then I'm going to send it off to Comic Impressions in Florida, who were the guys who printed American Dreams.
Interesting.
But I had to email them a few weeks ago because of the whole paper shortage that's going on. I'm like, will this be able to do a turnaround if I send it off to like May? Will it be a quick enough turnaround for June? Like, yeah, it'll be fine.
So June it is. That's exciting. Oh,
Thank you so much.
That's so cool. I don't know how you're looking at these comments. Let me see.
You go to your side. You see where it says graphics, captions, chat. It pops up.
Oh,
You can go to chat, and I can click. You can click them on and off.
Hey, Joe Mama, what's up, Padrino? I'm trying to highlight it. I don't. I'm a noob.
You click it where it says show, or maybe it's just my end.
Yeah, I don't know. It might just be you.
Yeah,
but yeah.
I can't think I set it up.
No, yeah, that's so exciting, man.
And TJ Art says that the book looks great.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So no, I'm gonna talk. What's up?
Oh, you go first.
No, yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit more about the character because I know a lot of people have questions and are very curious. Like this is his, like debut. Like he looks cool, but like, what does he do? Is he a bad guy? Is he a good guy? Well, it kind of depends on. I was like on my TikToks and everything. Like it kind of depends on like, whose side you're on, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think he was the more anti-hero sort of thing. I would like for him to. He's still a fresh character. We might, there's many directions we could go with it, but I know like I want this to be a very like deep story, emotionally, and it's just.
I like to say he's a good person who does bad things.
Yeah.
If you guys seen the preview we have in the Kickstarter, you'll see that second page where it's just whack, whack, whack. There's a guy like half his size.
Like you're somebody who's like at the bottom of your life, man, and it's like you basically got nothing to live for it, and it's like you finally get the chance to kind of like do something. So what do? I mean, obviously, like first things first, you get that anger out that you've had your whole life, and that's what you see in those preview pages. But yeah, so like something that people really like wonder is like, what are his powers? And so it's a tricky question because like his powers he's still figuring it out just like we are, you know what I mean? But you could definitely like in your head assume that he's just like, first of all, he's a mixture of Hulk, he's a mixture of like Venom, Spawn maybe. He's got from the symbiote sort of like feel to like just like in skin and power, something like that. I said, to give you an example, but again, like there's so much more to explore with this character, and we're gonna probably find new powers.
Definitely down the line.
Yeah,
we got some plans already for issues 4 beyond. Like 2 and 3 are already already written Marvel style, so that's ready to hop whenever.
Yeah, no. And in
And
my
issue
head, I
three
also
is our going to be it's going to be exercise, folks. So give it a couple years, we're gonna have a big, you know, topper for the first arc.
fingers crossed, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything you want to bring up?
Well, how about some of the villains for this first arc, the mercenaries?
Yes. I'll let you take it as the writer.
Okay.
Tell us about it.
Basically, we wanted to go. This is where the '90s stuff comes in, like the
Yes.
weird tech, the guy with the scar and cyborg implants, the mad scientist, and they're just really nasty, power hungry. We want the most brutal soldiers imaginable, and then you have the mad scientist who is slightly like who's very malevolent, very snarky, maybe slightly camp. And they make a major mistake with their choice of victim. Because
Yeah.
when you're at bottom of desperation, sometimes survival instinct is going to kick in. To which I now have to temporarily plug Cthulhu Invades Wonderland, the other Kickstarter I'm in, because that's the anthology I'm in, where I write the Dodo, which is also another story of driven to desperation for survival. I'm going to quickly put in that in the chat. And that they have a much more simpler way to go to their Kickstarter.
Yeah. I saw that. You were doing the art on it looked really intriguing for a
It's
dodo.
completely that Dodo story is completely hand drawn, hand colored.
Oh, that's really
And
pretty
the
cool.
little title of that first panel is hand lettered, so it's like
Yes. I love that.
I haven't seen the full lettered pages yet, so this is going to be interesting because we have a letter on that who's lettering almost every single story in that book. It's a 200-page book, and yeah, that's going to be interesting. Here's a question from Nelton.
What's up? For how long would you want KnightWrath to keep going?
As long as we can.
As long as we can, but at the same time, I also don't want it to feel like, a never-ending story with just filler left and right. I want this to be. Think of a manga. Mangas go on for a while, but they have like, they have an end goal. In my head, I've spoken with this to Daniel. Like I have an idea of how I would like it to end. But that's not anytime soon. Like there's so many issues and story arcs that we have to come across first in order to get there. So like we have a lot planned for the character, but we do hopefully plan to have an ending to it.
Yeah. And here's the thing about characters. You might have a plan in your head, but sometimes they pull you in the opposite direction or a totally different direction altogether. So you never know.
That is true. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions, please feel free to shoot. This, I'm 100% down. What's up? When you feel like you have nothing else to tell, it's a good time to think of an ending. I mean, I'm 100% sure that we could keep coming up with stuff, but I mean, I don't. Yes, we would like to milk it, but at the same time, we want to do it justice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I see I don't want it to become a filler story, with just like same thing happening every week sort of thing. Like, no, I don't want that.
Like this. Like Smallville had that whole creature of the week thing.
Mm-hmm.
They moved that narrative forward, but very incrementally. That's the first couple seasons, but there was an overarching story.
Yeah.
And then I think there were American Dreams. I'm arc 3 already outlined. It's arc 2 that's giving me trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I already have arc 6, issue 6 already drawn. I need to get colored and lettered and covered. And I'm having a kind of push-pull for issue 7 because one idea is there's a framing device, and the other idea is just ditch the framing device altogether and just go straight into the action. I'm trying to figure out which serves which, because it could work.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. It's cool to leave something that could still continue it after it's supposed to end in the case if you miraculously get more story ideas. I mean, yeah, it's true. You never know. Yeah. But like we got some ideas, but again, it's like Daniel said, like you never know like where these characters are going to pull us in which direction. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
for now, we're just going with the flow. We're going to tell this story arc first. We're going to focus on that and, deliver, as best story as possible. And yeah, that's how we feel about that.
Mm-hmm. And we have a couple cool supporting characters. I won't go into. If you want to, should we go into detail the two main supporting characters in this issue, or do you want to leave that a little?
I think we can definitely tease that he does meet some friends who are gonna
Mm-hmm.
help him figure out who he is now with those powers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say so because, like, you again, now you have like this mysterious power that changes your form. Number one, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it gives you power. Period. So it's like, well, who are you now? You're no longer this depressed person at the end.
Well,
the
he's
end.
still depressed. It's just a whole other issue.
You're not lying. You're not lying. But now there's a little bit of hope with this power. A little bit more like mystery. I don't know. So
It loses its inhibitions, at least in that form.
yeah, that is true.
Without the form, he's still like,
Yeah,
because he still doesn't know how to deal with that on top of everything else.
that's true. And any secret abilities, or should they stay secret for the surprise element? I mean, it's more like, there's a general power within that mystery, and he understands it for the most part, but he is going to come across certain things that he's like, wait a minute, this never happened before. What's going on now? What is this? We've spoken about that little teaser before.
And there is a source to his power, which we will ultimately reveal in issue 2, or at least it will reveal itself slightly. And there's a name to it, which I had to rack my brain for it. And it's like, let me go into the Kabbalah, which is Jewish mysticism, and I found something in the kind of the negative aspects of Kabbalah, which we started to use. But I won't go into that specifics later.
Yes.
We'll get to issue 2 because. But they're really interesting because it gives it a little. Because it's me writing Jewish or Jewish-related characters. Because we need more Jews in comics. I'm just saying.
No, yeah, representation matters, man. What was I going to say? Okay, so a lot of people ask me like, oh, why is he named KnightWrath? Why? Like, where does it come from? Does it have to do with his powers? Well, that's something that we're gonna figure out, later on in the story. I don't. There's a lot of stories that kind of don't get to the explanation to the name. You know what I mean? So, Daniel, I don't think you've read Berserk before, or are you
I haven't. I've seen bits and pieces. I haven't read it.
Okay, so like it doesn't.
Dark Horse copy.
Yeah, it's a beautiful story. It's sadly unfinished, but it's amazing. So the Berserk is the name of the book, but like you're like a whole 13 volumes in it, and it still doesn't mention like why it's named Berserk or whatever. Like, yeah, you get the general idea. Like, this guy is literally going berserk and just slashing people, whatever. But like it doesn't get until like way later on. Like, I think it was like almost like 20, 30 volumes in where they actually use the name, like the word berserk into the story, and they explain like the berserker arm or whatever. So it's like we're eventually gonna get to that too. You know what I mean? We don't want it to be something like, how do I say it? Like something like Superman. You understand why he's named Superman. I mean, he's just a Superman. But KnightWrath, we're gonna get to it. It's like a mystery. You know what I mean? But yeah, is the villain?
Great question from Milton.
Yeah, Milton. Thank you for the questions, Milton. Is the villain the same as the hero and just the other side of the coin, or totally opposite?
We're keeping it kind of simple this time around.
So it's like, yeah. Go ahead.
If Joe is the guy who gets the power but still feels like he doesn't deserve it, or is someone who matches strength that's brute force, but he does it in his other life of kindness, when he finally doesn't feel so sorry for himself. Our Merc Captain is very much a brutal, I'm an alpha male, I want all the power kind of guy. So it's more like their pre-transformation mindsets couldn't be more different. During the transformation, it's a little more interesting.
Yeah, so have we teased what happens to our villain? I'm not sure. Have we spoken about that?
Not yet. Should we tease it?
I don't know, but it is interesting because, like, what would happen if someone the exact opposite as Joe got those powers? Like, what would happen if somebody more confident in himself, more power hungry, got those powers? You know what I mean? Like, what would that look like?
And what if it was not quite the same way?
Exactly. But yeah, hopefully that answers that question, sort of.
Yeah. Like the first arc is basically getting to know you. Then arc 2 is going to broaden the world more and broaden more. Like American Dreams, I had to do a lot of world building very, very fast because it's also I have to put people up to speed with the history. And I wanted to drop as many some of my favorite people from that period as much as I can. Um, so it's a lot of world building, but you notice in American Dreams, even though you go up and down across Manhattan, it's still pretty much a Lower East Side story. Especially when you have that big fight on Eldridge Street
Yeah.
in Issue 4 and 5 American Dreams.
Yeah. That's awesome. But yeah, so like Daniel said, like this is just like the opener to the world of KnightWrath. You know what I mean? Like think of those movies where it's like they have like this really sick opener and then they get into, the rest of the movie or whatever. I think that's like the best way to explain this arc in this, first issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the opening taste.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get into, and also there's another antagonist in here. Well, I would say not technically an antagonist, but he's definitely in opposition.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we've introduced him. Yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah, he's in issue 1. He is the police detective who's hired to track down this new vigilante terrorizing the west side of New York City. So that's going to be another, and you might say antagonistic character, even though he's not only technically on the side of good and law and order, but because people are, there's still the whole thing about vigilanteism, and he's not one of the, he's not like a superhero that's really worked well with others. So it'll be definitely a push and pull there.
But yeah, elbow cough. Did I elbow? Oh, it's an emote. That is so cool. I don't know if you can see it on YouTube. There's like a little.
I don't have YouTube on right now, but
I have it pulled up on YouTube, and it literally looks like a dab. I don't know if you're familiar with that. That's so funny. I need to learn how to do that.
Yeah, I had like a huge crash in my backyard.
A huge
it's
crash.
Probably a cat or something.
Oh Lord.
It's probably a cat bumping into something. I hope.
No man. Is there anything else you'd like to bring up or talk about, Daniel?
Let's see. Maybe we could also open the floor to more questions. Anyone?
If anybody has any questions, we really didn't anticipate like how long we'd be here for, but
I think we're thinking like 3 minutes, an hour, but
if if you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot. If not, I think we can end this kind of soon.
Yeah. I don't know if it might be our deck furniture that might just crash after X amount of years.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it was just a loud crash. It was like
no, but yeah. So if you guys haven't checked it out already, check out the KnightWrath Kickstarter. We plan to release it out on June. We have a lot planned. If when we get to work on issue 2, it'll be a while until it's ready, but we're definitely gonna be working on that, and we're super excited with the massive support we've received. Like, dude, like this is insane. Not many people get this much support like as soon as it starts. Question here. Will you add any more heroes in the story? That is a teaser. TBD. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just stick around because we definitely discussed that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So we like pop open the actual page of the Kickstarter.
It'd be awesome. I'm not really sure
if I can do that. Window.
I'm a grandpa with this stuff.
Hold on, let me find the Chrome tab. Let's see if it's the right one. Yes, it's the right one. Share. So yeah, this is the Kickstarter. We're currently at $6,009, which means we're only $491 away from unlocking our next stretch goal, which is a PDF of the script with some commentary I'll write in at the beginning. And it means you guys have also unlocked a small Indie Comics digital bundle from several of my friends.
That is
it is like a nice little map of what the first issue will look like. And here's Gabe's original pass on the design.
Can they see that?
Can they see that?
I don't think so. I have the YouTube.
Well, let me check this. Hold on. Hold on, let's see something. Oh, I forgot to turn it on. Whoopsie.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
There we go. All right. Yeah, so that's the original concept art we had, where I colored it, purple and
Yeah.
in orange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, GIF action, but I love my graphic designer on this really helped out by
Yeah.
putting
No,
this little GIF.
designer killed
I
it.
should have put together a small trailer. I think I never did, so you have to load GIF. Here's Joe Sutton about to see his life flash before his eyes.
Yeah.
I love the smiley face in the background. And then the mad science experiment that ultimately creates KnightWrath.
Yes. We have some questions coming up.
Oh,
So we're at
I'm going to come back to the thing.
Okay. So where can we see or read it though? So we're doing it through Kickstarter. So like what we're going through right now is where you would go to buy it. There's a digital option where you could just, basically receive a PDF file and just read it that way, or you can do the physical version. We don't know if we're doing it in the future with like Comixology or anything like that. We haven't discussed that
Well,
yet.
Comixology is pretty. I can try to upload it to Amazon KDP. It's good. It's a whole. Cause I do have it on issue 1 American Dreams on there. I also have the first 3 issues of American Dreams on Global Comics. I need to upload 4 and 5 still.
Yeah, we should.
So it'll be available there, and we can put on a little pay window on those.
Yeah.
It'll also be available in the Outlet Studio store digitally at eventually once things are fulfilled.
Yes.
And here's a note: if you back the Kickstarter, we don't charge you until the 14th when the Kickstarter is over. So it's not a right away, charge.
Yeah, so we'll look into those websites that you said to have it like available digitally online at all times after this Kickstarter. That'd be awesome.
And physically, we could probably pick it up for me at conventions once I start doing convention printings runs for it. Like for example, I'm going to be at a convention in Connecticut in late July, early August.
Awesome.
So I should have some copies there at that point.
Okay.
We also have.
Do you have partners in mind? Interesting. So are we speaking about like if we're talking about doing it with a different company or anything like that? As in right now, it is just us, the Atlas Studio. If you're talking about partners, as in like significant others, we are exploring that, or it will be kind of explored in the first issue. So,
and I mean sidekicks. That's also
yes. There we go.
Back to here. So we have the first page here.
Yes.
By the way, I actually got the name of this wrong, but the Sable Frames actually is a reference to my great grandparents who actually owned a frames company here in New York, but long before I was born.
No, that first page is so much fun. They all are. And then so CJR is talking about partners in crime for KnightWrath. So that's also something you're gonna have to read about. You're gonna have to pick up issue 1 and find out because we do kind of tease something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, these colors, man, they're
gorgeous.
Yes, they literally make it come alive, man. I love it. I'm so thankful we got Daniel on the team. Daniel.
Yeah, and here's Gabe's cover.
Yes.
Chris Sotomayor's colors and our inker de Rivera's inks.
Yes. Chris Sotomayor was the colorist on this. He's a professional Marvel and DC comic artist. I have some of his stuff on my shelf. I think it's super kind of him for him to do this for us. And this was like our first colored piece of the character, which gave us like, a direction for the character.
And next is Fritz Cassis's.
Oh, you're right. Fritz Cassis was the first one, right?
No, I think you did yours first, or maybe simultaneously, but we got yours colored first and his was second.
Okay.
And that was done by Tommy Shelton, who is my cover colorist for all American Dreams covers.
Yes. I love this one too. And then Nathan
Diaz's colors done by his wife, Thiasa.
He's so underrated to me. I love this guy.
He just got a Marvel gig too.
Mm-hmm. He just got a Marvel gig?
Yeah.
Are we allowed to share that?
He shared it on his Facebook.
Okay.
I don't know what specifically, but he's not a Marvel. He did DC back in the New 52. And And then he's been on G.I. Joe for a while too.
Oh yeah, no, but he kills it. He's so fantastic, and he did. I love his take on KnightWrath because the way he did his eyes, he made it like I just never thought of doing it that way, and I might later on play around with that a little bit.
Yeah.
Like for example, in the book, he is a fresh character to me. So like as I went along, I got more and more comfortable with the character and started making certain features of him a little bit different, but like still loyal to that original design. Like you'll see. So like I'm curious to see like how he's gonna look like when I come back to him.
And just a heads up, guys, when you buy a physical copy, you get the digital copy for free.
Boom. Huge.
So here's our 3 cover mock-ups right here.
Yes.
You can buy them each individually separately. We also have a bundle. There was an early bird special, but that ended on Thursday. So sorry, guys.
That's all good.
I had brought this up as an example for Gabe commissions, but Gabe's pretty much simpler because I didn't have any other commissions of his on hand other than the piece I have, which is of course Liberty from American Dreams.
I think there's still like 3 slots left for the commissions.
Plus a couple add-ons.
Yeah. If you guys are fans of David Finch, I'm gonna be doing similar commission styles to that. If that makes sense. Not too heavy backgrounds like this one. But more character focused. And it's all going to be KnightWrath. So yeah. I can't wait to get to that.
Well, it's gonna be the characters they choose, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
You'll be informed. I'll give you the backer kit information when that comes down. So here's the level of rewards. There's a couple of rewards that are not listed on these pictures. I'll tell you guys about them after we go through them. $5, you just get your digital copy. Simple as that. Early bird special, but not all about it. For number issue 1 bundle, you have American Dreams, you have KnightWrath, you have digitally. Your little sample pack, so to speak. Or for the same price, you can get issue 1 cover A with the digital copy coming gratis. $20 cover B. Again, you get the digital copy gratis. Or you can get the physical version of the issue 1 bundle. So you have American Dreams and KnightWrath. $25, you can get cover C. Again, comes with the digital copy. Now, if you're a retailer, we do have a retailer package. We get a discount plus free shipping, 5 copies of cover A, and 1 copy each of B and C.
That is huge. We did have some retailers asking for it, so this is super cool to have.
This was the early bird bundle. So now you're paying a little higher for the 3 covers for the cover bundle. But you get the free, again, you get the digital copy for free. And then you get the $150, you get the book, you get the commission.
Yeah, there we go.
But there's 2 more bundles I want to talk about, which I added on either Thursday or Friday.
Okay.
Which has become a little popular. Let me see if I can find it. You have the Dreams and Nightmares digital package, where you get everything. You get KnightWrath digital, and you guys will get American Dreams 1 for 5 digital.
That is huge. Look at that.
Or for $60, you get them all physical plus digital copies.
That's crazy. I love that. I love that you added that. That's huge. Yeah.
We got several backers from that. We got like 4 and 3 respectively from that. But
look at that.
I will say the fan favorite post physical tier, since the early bird specials went away, has been the cover A. Okay, it's simple. It's the regular cover. It's the digital copy. It's what it says on the tin. A lot of people are also liking the digital copy, so that makes it more efficient. And for our international viewers, I know shipping can be a little expensive, especially for these things. So a lot of our international backers have been doing our digital editions.
Yeah, that is.
I think that's really it. Again, if you're a retailer, we want to support your local shop and give you that retailer bundle. My personal favorite stores here in New York is Midtown Comics and Forbidden Planet.
I haven't even been there, and I love it.
Yeah,
that's all you hear about.
We have 3 stretch goals. We already have the Indie Comics bundle, which is a digital grab bag of amazing indie comic titles. We're working our way towards the PDF copy of the script, and I'll do a little introduction about how my method worked for that particular script. And then if we get to 7500, we'll have a special digital print or physical print, depending on what you back, of the main cover.
Hey, let's get that.
And
Let's
again,
get
beyond
there.
that, I'll think of something else.
Yes, we'll keep going.
Yeah, and
But
then this is just Daniel Kalban, moi, Gabe,
hey,
our inker, David, our colorist. I need to take photos, but I think it was like last second, like we couldn't put them together. I just didn't want to grab everything from Facebook. And then Francisco Zamora, who runs a small studio in Argentina.
all right.
And then, so thank you. Now, I want to point out, because of COVID and everything, and because of the whole, unfortunately, the whole pandemic, there is a paper shortage. So even though we want everything done by June, I can't 100% guarantee. I want to be completely upfront and honest, because it's right now currently a bit of a disaster with printing. Even though we're printing here in the States, where it would be faster, they're still reliant on paper manufacturers and everything. And a lot of paper manufacturers have shifted to cardboard since everyone's ordering things. So paper is harder to come by. But it could be worse. I know people who've ordered their books who had their books printed overseas, and because of COVID and everything, things just went crazier because their stuff got stuck in port.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is
I
crazy.
think you start sharing this screen now.
Yeah. So we do have one more last question. So it's by Grim Goblin. As an inspiring creator, I'm really impressed by your continuous Kickstarter success of American Dreams and KnightWrath already making its goal. Any advice on breaking into comics via crowdfunding? What do you think, Danny?
People have been asking me this, and I've been trying to figure out an answer, because, like, KnightWrath hit goal in like the first 4 days. American Dreams 1 through 5 hit in the last week. So I'm trying to figure out what happened myself. But a lot of it is promote early. If there's a promotional thing in Kickstarter, you can link where you can start up a promotional thing, and you just start getting followers and things. You have to promote. You have to go to shows. You have to shows being podcasts, not comic cons. That's another situation. But go on podcasts. Talk about yourself on social media. You have to promote. It's exhausting. Trust me, it's really exhausting. But you have to really promote yourself and get yourself out there. Do Facebook groups, do social media, podcasts. Just really, really work at it.
Yeah, so
I was like doing pre-launch prep work for this, like pre-launch promo of this for like 2 months.
Yeah, you really did. You had plus you also
and
had
that's usually considered too long a promo period for a Kickstarter pre-launch, but it helped. We got over 200 pre-launch backers, and now the people, pre-launch followers, and now we're at 335 project followers with a 31% conversion rate, which isn't bad.
It is crazy. And you also have those backers from the previous books that help. So literally, like, just, I don't think I've done a Kickstarter before. I've only done one Kickstarter, but it was for like something personal. But literally, like, for this one specifically, I've been spamming my social medias every day, like over on TikTok, I'm spamming, videos every day, just like trying to like get people's attention about, oh my gosh, my voice, just trying to get people's attention about the book. In Instagram, I'm spamming every day because not everyone is always on social media every day. So you kind of have to like do it every day so that somebody new can see that post and I'd be like, okay, this is out. I didn't know, you just got to be
like, I space myself out every few hours because I don't want to spam, because if I hit spam, Facebook and Twitter go crazy and they hit you. And then also the algorithm is just a monster.
It's buggy. It's weird. The algorithm's very weird, but you still got to do it. You still got to get, try to get some traction.
Because you mentioned the word Kickstarter, like on Facebook, they could be like, go, nope, crunching you down.
Really? Interesting. I didn't know that.
Because they don't want to take traffic away from Facebook.
Okay.
That's their thing.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah.
Ooh.
A crossover of KnightWrath and Raptor, though. only in the future, of course. You never know, man. I mean, that'd be something super fun,
I need
even
to
if
get
it's like
Milton, let me know when. Milton, also let me know when your book goes on wider sale so I can pick up a copy.
there we go. Even if it's a spin-off one shot or something like that, that'd be kind of dope. But yeah. Appreciate you, Jonathan.
What, WOT?
I think I want to guess that he meant to write work. I don't know. I mean, either way, thank you, right? But yeah, I mean, book's gonna be out June-ish to you guys. Kickstarter will be ending in about 26 days. Yeah, there we go. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, ends on the 14th.
14th ends on the 14th of April. I'm horrible.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I lose track of my days.
Yeah.
But yeah, so keep an eye out.
Also known as the day before Passover. Just saying.
Yeah, and if you can't support the book, don't even worry. Like, look, dude, just knowing that you guys like the content and that like you guys are sharing it on social media means a lot and it helps out a lot. But yeah, let's see. We got
like just a share. Like you can't donate, share. Just share it wide.
We really seriously appreciate all the massive support. But yeah, we got some more. Thank you. I will remember all that before making my own attempt. Promote early is easy to remember. Shortcut for this advice. Yes, promoting early. Milton
Why
says.
Why does he write by June 15th?
I think he's at. I'm not sure. It needs to arrive June 15th. I think. I don't know.
Oh, it's birthday present.
It's a birthday present. Okay, there we go.
I could promise maybe a digital copy. Maybe not the physical copy, but definitely the digital copy if that's the case.
There we go. But yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. You got anything to add on to that?
I'm trying to think.
No, yeah.
It's just been a real labor of love from all of us on the team, and it's really great to see this real great reaction to it.
Yeah, it took a while to get here, but because I think we started early 2020, and then we're finally getting it out now. But,
it's early 2020 at least the summer of 2020. It was definitely during the start of the pandemic season.
Yeah, but the other books.
On it, because you finished the pencils, and I had to pay the inks, and then the colors. Dan's been doing a page a week or so.
Yeah,
on top of everything else he does.
Hopefully, the second book we can get it out at a faster rate.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we will, but
yeah.
But yeah,
I just need to reconfigure my entire production schedule and everything, because it's like I can only pay so much of my salary.
Yeah. Could you do a full body anatomy vid one day? Love your stuff. I'm beginner. I'm 12 years old. That's awesome, dude. And who knows? Maybe I'll do something with KnightWrath and do some exaggerated anatomy with him.
Yeah.
I'm sure that. But yeah, I mean, I think that's all we got for KnightWrath for now, right? Like for the stream. For the stream, yeah, for sure. We got more planned. We got at least 2 issues already. Yes. But yeah.
Read Marvel in quasi Marvel style, because I didn't do just one paragraph. This is the story. No, because I've done that with another artist, and they turned that one paragraph into a 30-page story. I'm like,
impressive.
But I basically did what I did for my writing is I wrote a page-by-page breakdown of beats. Like, here's page 1, here's page 2, here's page 3. But I didn't do a panel breakdown. So that Gabe go crazy, and it does create some really cool panel work.
Appreciate you. But yeah. No, it's just. I guess we're gonna end the stream here, and then if you guys have any questions, feel free to DM us, comment, or whatever the case, and we'll get to it and try our best.
Yeah. So you can find me on Facebook at Daniel Kalban. You can find me on Instagram at Daniel Kalban. You can also find me on Facebook at the American Dreams Comics and Out of Studios Comics Facebook pages. Twitter says at Daniel Kalban, and then Instagram is DKalban. I don't have a TikTok. I have 2. It's like my friend Danny Quick does a lot of promo work through TikTok. He's older than me. I'm like, I don't know how you do it. I just can't get into it.
Yeah, it's very tricky. Yeah, you can just find me anywhere just writing Esquivo or Esquivo art, and you'll find me eventually.
Page breakdown's easier, but if you want a little more control or more structure, you need to do the panels as well. But you know your artist, and you could be a little more loose. You just do the page breakdown. I think, Milton, aren't you also the artist in your book as well? So you don't have to give yourself I think that much of a panel breakdown. You can give yourself a page and you can just go crazy.
Yeah, no, it's so much more funner to do a page breakdown, honestly, rather than panels.
Yeah.
Sometimes the panels are very helpful because, like, if you as an artist don't know, for those that don't know, page breakdown means like one paragraph of very like not super specific description of the page, but it's just like a little paragraph. But like the panel by panel by panel breakdown, that's the more detailed stuff. So it has pros and cons, but like I do prefer the Marvel style, page breakdown. It's a lot more freedom.
Have you seen like the Alan Moore scripts for Watchmen?
No, I have not. That sounds scary.
Page length panel descriptions because you want every detail exact.
No.
And I'm like reading this script sample, and I'm like, if I was the artist on this, if I wasn't an artist, if I was the artist on this, I would be screaming my head off.
Yeah,
you want to legitimately like people in the background of that restaurant scene, like in issue 1 of Watchmen, where Dan and Laurie are having at the fancy Italian restaurant. You want like exact placements of people, hand movements, emotions. It's like that's a level of micromanaging that's like just crazy.
It's Alan Moore for you, man.
Yeah,
he's crazy. What a kind. But when you're big, remember me. Man, you're crazy.
Yeah, Alan Moore actually I think he's now doing like a seminar via like BBC right now for like a few weeks. But I think it's British only because it's BBC.
I have no clue. What's up, our Jedi? Johnny Fitz. But yeah, no, I guess we'll end it here, right? And we don't want to drag this out for too long. Appreciate everybody.
Yeah, we've been talking for almost an hour.
Yeah, it's been a while. Appreciate you guys for coming in and giving us questions and again the support. But yeah, I guess we'll end it here.
Yeah, let's see how we did. How we're doing right now on funds. We're at 6074.
That is insane.
We've made in this last hour $65, give or take.
Mind block. That's crazy. It's crazy. I appreciate you guys. It's insane. But yeah. All right. I don't know how to end the stream, by the way. Again, I'm this is all you, Daniel.
Yeah.
Good night. I'm excited. Can't wait for KnightWrath. Can't wait to meet you too. Wait, what?
What?
What were you saying?
This was the way to end it.
Oh, there we go. I'm gonna let you do it.
Okay. And we can't wait to have you guys meet KnightWrath.
Yeah.
You guys are in for a adventure of you haven't seen yet, at least from me.
This
is very different from American Dreams, so this is definitely a different writing muscle I'm stretching. Night, guys.
All right, guys. Good night. Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all, and peace.